Welcome back to Chopping It Up, your favorite horror movie podcaster's favorite horror movie podcast. Tonight we're chopping up Fabrice Ange Zeffiratos' 1983 Christmas, in quotation marks Christmas, supernatural slasher movie, Bloodbeat. Quick synopsis is probably in order before our ensuing discussion devolves into utter chaos and bewilderment. I'm gonna try to condense it here. The plot focuses on a young man who brings his new girlfriend back to his family's rural Wisconsin farmhouse to meet them for Christmas. Suddenly, an ancient samurai spirit, replete with armor and a sword, begins killing members of the family, several of whom have psychic abilities, and their neighbors. Zeffiratos wrote, directed, and composed the score for the film, which is an odd combination of standard fare slasher and sort of a disjointed art house film. If you're interested in watching this movie, it's now available for free via the Plex app.
And Tubi.
I was going to say,
I watched it on Tubi.
I did too.
Okay.
I watched it on Plex, but
God help me, I hope it's not a different version, because Jesus Christ. All right, as a reminder, Prime Cuts is designed as a quick-hitting, free-form conversation where we discuss a breadth of horror mediums, including anthologies, theatrical releases, graphic novels, shorts, and other forms of media. There is no set agenda here as we shoot from the hip and provide any gleaned insights from our respective viewings. All right, guys. I hope we were a little delayed getting ourselves together with some technical difficulties, so I hope everyone has a stiff drink on hand and perhaps some cold medicine to ingest before we kick the conversation off proper. So I'm assuming no one saw this prior to me putting it on the agenda.
It was a better world earlier today.
Is it?
I mean, I've seen things now. I mean,
these are things you can't unsee. So, let's go through the cast because that's usually Joel's wheelhouse, and it will be nice and short and sweet because none of these cast members did anything afterwards.
Shocking.
All right. Do you want to read through it, or
yeah? Do you have it? Because I have it queued up. I don't. If you okay.
I have because one of the pieces of trivia I have is actually on this.
All right, then you lead off. This is your deal, and then I'll chime in.
Helen Benton is Kathy. She is like the
matriarch,
lead,
the mom.
I would say. Yeah, like the mother. Terry Brown. So this is my bit of trivia. This movie is so well curated on IMDb that they actually picked the wrong Terry Brown for the IMDb.
I was
the man
the Terry Brown
on IMDb is a black man, and
he's a robust black man. and do you know what else?
He has been in several other.
Maybe he's transracial. Maybe he transitioned.
I checked. This guy was a white British man who did work.
No,
with,
Gary's not British. You're saying?
I think they said Terry.
You're saying Terry Brown is British?
I think they said he at least lived in England and he did work with like.
I would wager that guy's never left Wisconsin. I would waste. But yes, you're right. I was looking at that. You want to know what's crazy, Joel? That's such a good catch. Because in
really
every other,
a minute. I was like, what
now when I watch these things, I listen to all the other podcasts on the same movies. I aggregate all the info. I read everything, right? All of these people just jumped on or jumped wherever they jumped without looking at the pictures and read. The only one to do anything after this Bloodbeat movie was Terry Brown, who did blah, blah, blah. No, he didn't.
Well, he did not. Transracial actor. I mean, he got a lot of roles off of that.
So you can see how groundbreaking this shit is.
So
he's got a lot of versatility to his acting.
Yeah, the not Terry Brown. He had quite the career. He did Raising Helen, Copycat, which I enjoy, The Princess Diaries. That is not the gentleman who's in this movie, though.
No, oh my gosh,
that's tremendous.
Did not even put 2 and 2 together for that.
Well, it's more like 2 and 8, and like it doesn't quite equal 10. Like it's really
Are we even sure the guy in the movie actually was named Terry Brown? Like, have we double checked the credits?
We can't. There's no way. There's no way to double check. I mean, it's
no. I mean, it's the credits at least list Terry Brown.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it is totally possible that the guy that I found that I believe is the correct Terry Brown is not the Terry Brown either. Right? Like we need like a private eye to figure out who was actually in this movie. Anyways, I just thought that was funny. So then I'll go on to the next person, Dolly, who is the I think the daughter who's blonde.
Oh, don't pretend like you don't know who Dolly is. Looking so live.
I know, yeah. And she was the only
with
thing
the thigh high leg warmers,
right?
Worth watching in this movie is Miss Dolly, who
which I did some research on her too, which you probably don't know. Dana Day for undergrad went to Frostburg State in Western Maryland. I think she got alcohol poisoning freshman year or something like that. Seems like that's something she would do.
So her brother in the movie is the.
Well, wait. What about Dana Day? She did nothing else, I assume.
As far as I could tell, she did nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean,
none of them did.
I mean, like not a single.
Well, she's got to be a Wisconsin native.
Your pronunciation. I mean, but I don't even know what that means. But
these people don't even have bios. I mean, you'd really have to be you got to start like a Bloodbeat podcast all on its own.
I'll fucking do it. As I unabashedly love this movie. Ironically.
Kathy and Gary were a real life couple.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, see, honestly, it's funny. Wait, are you sure about that? Because what I know is Fabrice Ange Zeffiratos, who is a Frenchman, was I think he was in Chicago for school. He at some point ended up somehow living with Kathy, with Ben, whatever her name is, in that farmhouse. That's her house, and he was living with her.
Yeah.
And I guess it wasn't romantic. I guess they were just roommates in that place.
This looks like the kind of
well, they're all high as shit as far as I could tell.
Oh yeah.
Is like from everything I read, they're all high. How did Zeffiratos, which that doesn't sound French, he sounds like a Greek guy pretending to be French. But how did he secure a budget of $150,000 for this movie in 1983?
Okay, so you ready? His dad.
That's so frustrating.
His father was a big producer in France. And he actually came over, and I think he helped bankroll it, and he
served as co-producer. It says, yeah,
right. Yeah. So there you go. So that's where the money comes from. His daddy.
There are people. This does have a little bit of a cult following. Like I found
it's just
Bloody Disgusting. The website and a few other notable
Fangoria
sites,
or some shit.
That did things where they talked about this, like being a absolutely batshit crazy failed film. Like it tries to do something, it does not succeed.
I don't even know what it's trying to do. To be honest,
I'm not sure. It's
there's something
sexual weird. Like, I have a really good description of it if I can find it.
There's a company called Vinegar Syndrome. Have you guys heard of that?
Yep.
Okay.
I did.
All they do is what do you call it? They not refinish. They
restore.
They restore these old damaged movies where the film has been degraded, and they refinish it and put it back out in 4K or whatever. And that's what they did with this one. So like I think that's where a lot of the time these cult followings start, is because these movies that are out of I think there was only a few hundred copies that ever existed or whatever.
For those that I mean, there's probably only a few, but for those that follow the Chopping It Up Instagram feed, I posted out a thing from however you say it, Vinegar Syndrome, like the actual poster from when they did the refurb of this and so on. So it's out there, Jess.
Yeah.
So it looked way better. Was it like a better movie? Was that the big problem? Was the
no, that didn't solve all the problems.
But I mean, the big problem from watching it is really
the cinematography stuff was funny. Like I'm reading the Vladimir Male was like a art graduate of the Art Institute. Chicago was the cinematographer. And he thought they were making it for TV, and so he framed it full screen rather than widescreen.
Yeah, it was filmed on 35 millimeter. Yeah,
they're all high.
I mean, they're all on there was like a psychotropic cocktail of drugs. No. He said they were hallucinogen. I mean, it stands to reason when you watch the movie. But Joel, you skipped over. We got to finish up because we're going to go into.
I'll go back.
We got to finish up the cast.
Ted's name is, he's the brother. His name is James Fitzgibbons. No.
Who's a great
credits that
hand?
I can
He's a
see.
great hand surgeon who fixed my hand. But-
And then let's see, Sarah. I don't remember what Sarah's function in the actual script was, other than friend, right?
Sarah is she's the girlfriend of Ted. She's the one who comes home for Christmas.
She's the one that we believe, at least at the end, is
well, we'll get there.
guy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So Sarah,
but she,
is Claudia.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
well,
thank you, Sled.
We're not doing it in order, right? Claudia Payton is her name,
and who also did nothing else. Yeah. And none of them did anything. I looked up Claudia Payton, and she actually passed away in her early 50s.
Yeah.
She had
56, according to
she had breast cancer, which is a waste of breasts from what we saw in the movie. I could say that. She had a Georgetown University shirt on, and I tried to do some research since this was shot on location in Wisconsin at the farmhouse, of their house. Like, how did she end up in this production? She had to be a close friend. It's one of those things that Sled always points out. This is definitely a close friend of the writer director of Fabrice, right? So it's like, so what is her tie to how did she get from DC, if indeed she went to Georgetown or had some affiliation? How'd she end up in this mix? I found, of course, nothing at all on any relationship.
I will tell you one more thing. I am pretty confident. I'm not certain, but I'm pretty confident the guy, and this is going to sound insane to anyone who hasn't seen the movie, but the guy who is in the samurai suit is the director.
Yes.
Who at one point leaps out of the window, leaps through a glass window. He really did that stunt, and they were too
sugar glass.
Couldn't get sugar glass, so he jumped through a fucking plate glass window, and luckily came away without any major injuries.
He's wearing the samurai outfit. I mean,
of course, he's got the body armor on. So we start out and they're hunting, and I mean that was it for the cast and crew. That's all we got.
Everybody else doesn't even have a picture on IMDb.
They're hunting, out there, and now Sled, I need you and Joel to chime in on this. At some point, there's like 4 or 5 of them out there with different like guns and bows and arrows, and they're all standing next.
It was a mixed bag of arms.
They were all standing about 6 feet apart.
They're
all. Do you line up like 4 or 5 in a row and shoot at one deer? I mean, I've never done this.
Well, they were stalking. They were stalking. It looked like they weren't hanging out in blind. They were actually like stalking this thing down, which usually that's less effective when you have a crowd of people.
A herd of people,
especially when one of them yells. Especially when one of them yells, "No, I can't do it! Yeah. God damn it!" That's Gary yells immediately after Sarah fucks it up. So they go hunting, and Ted brings his sometime girlfriend home for the holidays for Christmas, which is of course why this is our special Christmas episode.
Right?
Sarah, yes, Ted brings Sarah home, and while that's happening, of course the Gary, the patriarch of the family, would find out is actually not even the father, not even the stepfather, but the longtime live-in boyfriend of Kathy, the matriarch. He welcomes both kids, Dolly and Ted's new girlfriend, Sarah, home, and very friendly as he's actually field dressing a deer, a real deer in the front yard. Joel.
So Sled, I was curious what you thought of this, but when they first showed the deer in the back of the truck, I said to Jesse, I had a couple drinks, but I was like, that deer is so fake that it looks like Rudolph from that claymation Rudolph thing. But the deer up against the tree, that's a deer that they are gutting on film. I'm pretty sure.
Honestly, I didn't pay that close of attention.
They bought it from a neighboring farm.
I did text. What did I text about? I was like, I feel like I need to.
Sled said I need to be drunker on the couch to pay attention to this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a real deer. So they're doing that, the intro, but like right off the bat, the mom, who's just a weirdo. She, first of all, I don't know, Jeannie, if you want to run down how she's dressed. Yeah.
The poor man, Shelley Duvall, everybody.
She is janky off-brand Shelley Duvall on the skids. And she's wearing like a poncho, like what are those things?
Very
we're
much,
talking about Helen Benton here.
Yes, Kathy.
Yeah.
Very much the artist stereotype.
Yeah,
right. She's got the southwestern poncho on.
That's
and
what it is. Yeah.
She's a little kooky and don't come into my studio.
She immediately senses a psychic connection with
That's right. Her and Sarah, as she's being led in, they lock eyes, and and we don't know what's happening. We know there's some sort of psychic exchange going on between them, which is not a friendly one.
Psychic exchange.
Samurai psychic shit that we're unaware of. That the samurai's yet to come, but we just know
that
a
huge samurai population in Wisconsin.
There is no such thing. Apparently, the director, when he was in Chicago years prior, got the idea. He was walking by some antique store, used goods store, and saw this full body samurai armor in the window and was like enamored with it, went in and bought it. And so it was at the farmhouse. And that's what he's wearing in the film, is that exact thing.
How did the samurai choose a house in Wisconsin to come back and hunt?
So you know what? Let's get right into it.
They never really explained that.
Right.
I have a theory. So all of this happens. So there's a psychic connection between the mother and the girlfriend of the son. And this goes back and forth, but it also goes nowhere. We're not really sure what's happening. While this is happening, parallel, the townsfolk start getting killed. We don't see the killer. It's that sort of Jason Voorhees first person view, the shaky camera view, and they just fall out and get killed. And they're getting stabbed with a sword. And we figure out that it's a samurai, but we don't know the identity of the swordsman, as it were. Well, come to find out that
I do like that they went full supernatural. Like they didn't even try and make it be like a person doing something. It's just like we're just gonna go.
It's the spirit. Right. It's the spirit of a samurai. And at some point, that spirit, we are led to believe,
again, for no reason, because there's no,
for no reason, it jumps into.
You're going to explain that to us, right?
Right. I'm going to. Yes. It jumps into Sarah's body. Sarah ends up donning. We see her don the samurai getup, replete with sword and armor, and starts continuing the killing. Immediately kills Gary. And
wait, I missed that part.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, she offs Gary. Gary's cooked. And at the end of the movie, toward the end of the movie,
it's understandable if you stop paying close attention.
That's just interspersed, these killings in this stuff. They're interspersed with some real live black and white footage from World War II.
I did notice that. I was like, and I knew the guy was French, so I thought maybe they're going to devolve into like some weird art film.
It was the Japanese kamikaze pilots interspersed with some American shit from World War II. Now, the best sense I could make from this was that and remember when Ted brings home his girlfriend Sarah, they go to the spare bedroom. Oh, who was in this room, Ted? Some psychiatrist used to be here, and I don't remember what happened to him. And then there's a little framed photo of a little baby girl, right? Yes. Which later on, Sarah is like psychically, telepathically melting that picture, right? She catches it on fire, and Ted walks in like, what the fuck is going on?
That's called pyrokinesis.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if this is like one of their descendants was on the American side in World War II and killed the Japanese fighter pilot. And this is like the revenge of like some two bloodlines converging from the Joseon era of samurai swordsmen with the military lineage of someone in that house. That's the best sense I can make of it.
We talked about it, Justin.
That's a really good theory. I could see a lot of meat on that.
Well, there's not a lot that's actually. I mean, like I completely agree with you, Michael. That's the closest thing I can come to like an actual plot.
And
no, it's not. I mean, it's
and the connection to Kathy. Like, there's one scene, and I watched this a couple times when they're with Gary and he's injured because all the Pepsi.
Because he got hit with that. He got hit in the head with a can of Tab, which is the absolute most 80s scene you could ever have.
I used to fucking love Tab when I was a kid.
But they're there, and Ted is like, "Mom, you don't mean what?
You don't mean what?
What? We have no idea. I don't know what you're getting at.
So
I
it's
don't know
very.
what she's getting at. Is she getting at that like
What, the
you don't
samurai's
mean,
back
you
or
don't
something?
mean that you're the killer, Mom? You're the samurai killer? Because she mentioned they're killing people, like people are dead outside, and then he's like, you don't mean,
yeah,
Mom,
Not again, Mom.
Mama,
Yeah.
you don't,
Yeah,
you don't
exactly.
mean.
That
What?
would be
What?
not again would at least lead you to be like, oh, this has happened before. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
Mom's
blah,
been
blah.
possessed by a samurai before.
Well,
Or
we know
something.
we do know previously, because everyone, is particularly Gary, her boyfriend, everyone acknowledges that she has these telekinetic, these psychic powers, and she sees, quote, visions, right? And that
The
we
daughter
also know
says,
that
stay out of my head. Blah,
stay
blah,
out of my
blah.
head, and
Yeah,
Sarah said,
that
right.
was weird too.
We know that that Dolly, the daughter, and Ted, the son, also at the end, we see they possess psychic powers, right?
Right.
Or supernatural powers of some sort. They're shooting the lasers out of their hands, or these
good vibes. I don't know
these
what it was.
whatever they're shooting out of their hands.
Like, go tell Ted, like, it's on you now. What? Did she psychic? Did she
Right.
got into her head? Like, what is she telling him? I
All
feel like I was like missing
I-
a piece there.
I
Well,
think
because
this is the acid. Them doing the acid.
it really is, because he's aiming for this art house aesthetic, and he has thoughts, and there are threads there that could have made an interesting movie, but he's either too zonked on drugs to figure it out how to connect them for the viewer, and we're left to sit here like it's not an accident that he has a framed photo of a little girl that's later melted by Sarah's telekinetic power. Like, there's a reason why they explained that the room they stayed in was inhabited by someone who's no longer there. Like, I don't know what these reasons are. I did my best to parse them, but it's, for me, what makes it most interesting is none of those attempts at a higher art. It is the fat redneck with the baseball trucker hat on, the mustache, and his flannel bathrobe on a waterbed drinking.
Yes.
Now look, I was not
Chris.
I was gonna say, I am not. This is just some couple that gets offed for body count in the middle, seemingly unrelated. Although he did, that guy did say he hunted with Gary, so he they're all in the same clique somehow. But he's lying on his water. I just want to put together this guy's outfit for a second. He has a mesh back trucker hat. Yep. It's night. It's freezing cold. It's nighttime. He's in his bedroom. He's in his actual bed, which is a water bed. Again, the most 80s thing you could possibly find. He's got a trucker hat on, a flannel bathrobe on, a shirt on underneath it. He's lying reading the paper in the middle of the night with his dog on the waterbed, and immediately says to his wife, why don't you go fix me some tea? Which is not what get me some tea. I would not expect this guy to be drinking hot tea, right? She actually sets up a whole tray with a teapot. I mean, it's like really nicely done.
Yes.
And then,
was that a Japanese thing? Was it a tea service? Was it like that?
Wait a second. Wait a fucking second.
I'll have to watch it again. And
if it is,
happy, right?
So she sets it on the waterbed, which is
like
insane
Karate
enough.
Kid too?
Yeah.
I don't even remember the scene.
Yeah.
I am a man who will fight for your. All right. So
you know what? Paul's not fighting for Chris's honor.
No.
She sets it down on his bed, and he immediately scolds her and says, "What about my orange juice? Where's my orange juice?"
Which she never said. Boo.
Which she
never asked for.
Now, my point, aside from all of this not making any fucking sense, is that she goes in. Now, I didn't grow up. I won't say I grew up poor, but my dad was a taxi cab driver. We shared bunk beds with my sister in a 2-bedroom apartment, like when we were younger. There was a struggle, right? We all ate, we drank the orange juice that I think you guys probably remember, the canned frozen orange juice, right? Right. The off-brand
too.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
You put the chunk in, you put the water in, you crush it up, and you stir it. That was what orange juice was. He goes, "Get me some orange juice." She comes out with a glass and some powder substance that she's mixing. I was like, so is he just calling orange juice Tang? Because I've never.
Did they have Tang in '83?
I don't know. Now that's a good question.
What?
I think.
Did they have Tang in '83? And this is production is probably '82.
Yeah.
I believe they did.
They did, because my grandmother, we used to get it from my great grandmother when she would come visit us from Philly. She drank Tang.
All right. So then she's whipping him up some Tang with some hot tea in the middle of the night with his baseball hat on, in bed with his dog on the waterbed. Everyone gets hacked up by the samurai at that point. He actually makes a great escape. I mean, that's where he leaps through the window, leaps through the plate glass window, and then jumps into his truck and drives like 10 miles in the truck, jumps out, and still gets killed by the samurai somehow.
Oh wow, Tang was first marketed in 1959. Wow.
Yeah,
that can't be right.
And
I think
yes,
of it as
because
being space aged, I guess, and so, like I associate it with the space aged
with NASA because it was used on John Glenn's Mercury flight in 1962. It's become closely associated. Yeah, we would always buy that when my great grandmother.
They had the thing where it was like drink Tang like the astronauts do.
Instant breakfast drink.
Hey, what did you guys like the soundtrack for
bitch, I was about to say that was the one thing that stood out to me was the music on this thing. It's like but it sounded like that music was from something else. That music was
Karmana Burana, which is what they play at the end of the scene at the climax, is from, at least I remember the first time I ever heard it was when I was like 15 watching Oliver Stone's The Doors, where they play in some Jim Morrison scene.
I hate The Doors.
I'm so not surprised that you fucking hate The Doors. You would have punched Morrison in the face.
I was thinking like Conan the Barbarian, but no, it's like I definitely recognize the music from, but it was good music. I mean, music was easily the best part.
Yeah,
but even just the sound in general was weird. It reminded me a lot of what was the fucking movie we watched with My Bloody Valentine? Is that what it? There was a lot of the guy walking aund like breathing into the fucking mask,
right.
Like
yeah.
Whoa.
Exactly right. You could
it was.
Go ahead.
What? It was because I am old and I watch with the captions on, and this movie, whoever did the closed captioning for it is amazing because when the samurai, I guess, was walking around, it was eerie whooshing. And then there's pained groaning, intense dramatic music, deep yelling, my second favorite, objects furiously rattling, mystical whooshing, eerie whirring.
This is it.
Eerie whirring, and my favorite, mystical boinging. All of these sound like great drag names.
Did they?
Fucking tremendous. Mystical boinging.
Mystical boinging here.
You wouldn't go see a karaoke show with mystical boinging headlining? I absolutely would.
Did they, when Sarah was going at it while the samurai was killing people, did they term anything ferocious masturbating? Like, because
all right, so we forget.
And that part I didn't get either.
Well, wait, Jeannie, wait. Before we get into that, just the last thing on the soundtrack, Sled. They intersperse this orchestral, symphony music with 80s synth half the time, right? Like keyboard 80s synth. It kind of does work. He's so fucking insane and doing random shit that sometimes it's like, this is kind of cool.
The real sound problems were exactly what Michael was talking about, where it was like,
can't hear them.
What?
I said it's soundboard. You just can't hear them. In the dialogue.
It's like you can't hear the people talking, but you can hear them like walking. That's insane.
So what you can hear them walking. What Jeannie was getting into, which now we should spend a good 20 minutes on, is that every single time there's a kill that takes place, and this is prior to Sarah, I guess, being possessed by the spirit of the samurai and actually donning the samurai gear. She's like,
why is it Bloodbeat? Why isn't it Spirit of the Samurai?
It's called Bloodbeat because Zephiratos, the director, said when he was you're high on drugs and your heart rate accelerates and you're feeling that beat. You feel your heart. The blood pumping through your veins. The blood beat. Okay. That's which has nothing to do with the movie. As you're right. Yeah. It should be Santa Samurai or something. The samurai should be dressed like Santa Claus if we're going to do this right.
I agree.
It should not be a samurai. How about that?
So every time any of this happens, she is furiously rubbing one out in bed. I mean, she is thrusting her hips into it. She's finger banging herself.
Like full
and every time
it is
Every time
Fairly
she
graphic.
orgasms, someone is getting killed. When she fucks Ted at some point, he thinks he's really doing good work. He's not. She's getting off to someone getting slashed to death across town simultaneously.
Yeah, she's really going at it with him. He is not moving. That man, I was like, that man's dead. Like,
It's also just weird. I don't know why you would masturbate at your boyfriend's house over Christmas.
Especially when she said prior to that, Jeannie, that she couldn't even chill out in that room. She couldn't fuck him in that room because she felt like all of these abstract paintings that the mom was doing that are hung everywhere, that they're watching her and her mom's accessing
those paintings out. Like that, like that just whole thing is weird to me. I mean, I don't even like not wearing a bra when I'm at somebody else's, staying at somebody else's house, even my parents. And so to like go to bed in just a t-shirt and no underwear and then start doing that, that's weird. That's weird.
Sled, of course, Sled. I'm sure you have never worn underwear in your fucking adult life, so it probably wouldn't bother you.
I mean, like if I'm staying at like my boyfriend's house, like that's just weird.
I wear a suit.
Wait, hold on. Sled said he had a bad incident. What's the incident? What do you deem a bad incident?
Oh my God, it's a good story, but it's probably too long to tell for this show. But it did involve going to a job interview and tearing my pants in the parking lot.
Oh wait,
and not
I
having
know
any
this.
underwear on and having to call and tell the job interview people that I had an emergency and could not do the job interview. And I had a bunch of important papers that I had to bring for the job interview. Like I had like my birth certificate and all this stuff, and it blew out of my hands because it's really windy. So I was like scrambling around in a parking lot trying to get them with like literally, like I wasn't wearing any underwear, and my pants tore from like my crotch to my belt line in the back. Like my
goddamn,
balls are flowing, balls hanging.
Yeah, and so trying to scramble around in the parking lot and pick this stuff up at the same time, knowing there's a window, there's a wall of glass with people sitting inside it. No, I always wear underwear when I go to job interviews now.
I mean, you've learned your lesson.
That is nuts.
Yeah, so I never figured out the connection with. Well, so here's the thing: was she always the killer? Because the killings are taking. Because look, the opening, the opening hunting scene where she freaks out and says, "I don't want to hunt. I can't do this," and runs away. She's running through the woods, and she eventually runs into a guy. Literally, they fall down together, and he's like been stabbed in the gut and bleeds out within moments. That's not her doing it. That's the samurai, I presume, that has already begun killing.
Okay, now
and they never really got back to explaining that. But I mean, that's all you could assume is that the samurai was already present, right?
I think I sent you this article, Jesse, but someone did say that this movie influenced. I don't know if this is true, but this is like one of those articles I was reading. Said that it influenced the director who did that movie, High Tension. That's like the French extremist one, and because this is considered like weird but French surrealism.
It's the same dude who did the remake when we did the Hills Have Eyes. He did the Hills Have Eyes remake. Right. It's that guy.
And so anyways, I don't know if that's true, but in that, right, like we find out that the woman who's being chased is a unreliable narrator. So I wonder how much of that is actually in this, that maybe she was the killer the whole time. Just the director's so zonked, like you said, he just didn't think to put in the rest of it to reveal.
Well, it's funny because he's not, he's not a standard horror movie guy. Okay, so he had actually done one movie. He directed one movie prior to that, which was called, let me look it up. He a French film called La Grande Frime, which translates to The Big Sham, and that's in 1977. But outside of that, Bloodbeat is his only full-length vehicle, and he was not a horror movie buff. He was a sci-fi guy, which I guess you can kind of get elements of here, right? Yeah. And he was a big Star Wars fan specifically.
I could see that with some of this stuff.
So I don't know what. So it's like it's weird that he's sort of bumbling his way through this one half standard slasher fare, and then the other half this bonkers supernatural mystical psychic mess art house thing that he's doing.
Well, how about this? Lucas, a big influence for him in how he designed the Jedi and the Sith was samurai, right? Like specifically Darth Vader, right? Like in his outfit.
They have the same breathing.
They all they also have like telekinesis. Right? Like,
oh shit. Are we on to something? Is there like a Jedi aspect that he's
again, like this guy's on so much acid. Who knows if we're on to something? Right?
I love this movie so much, so unabashedly. I really do. So
I will never fucking watch this movie again.
No.
Do you know I watched this movie like 20 times already before I even suggested? I was like, this is a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie in the way that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, in the way that Invasion USA is a Christmas movie, and in a way that
Rambo's a Christmas movie. Have you seen
Rambo? Exactly.
I think
like
Die Hard is more of a Christmas movie in this because at least someone says like, "Ho,
yeah," but there's no Christmas. I don't even think of this as a Christmas movie. I like that they're
opening gifts.
I like that the screenplay was supposed to be in winter, but then they did it in spring, so there's no fucking real snow.
The guy's whole point was like, oh yeah, I think of Christmas in Wisconsin with like 3 feet of snow. Well, then why did you film it when it's just cold enough in spring, but there's no snow? Like, what are you doing?
It's like September, right?
And if they had 3 feet of snow, you know what I'd like to be doing? Lying in bed, drinking some hot tea with Tang. Like that's what I'd be doing in winter. So
in my waterbed.
Can we talk about Uncle Pete? Right, the Red Baron. Can we talk about him?
Red Baron to Lone Painter.
Red Baron to Lone Painter. So that is the Kathy's brother, we believe, right?
Yeah, I would say.
Because they're connected. This guy is introduced to the movie. He is driving 90 or 100 miles an hour on back. He's getting air in his fucking Bronco.
He does,
right?
Yeah.
He gets fucking air. And there's no explanation to why he's driving like a fucking homicidal maniac. Pulls up. He's like, let's go deer hunting. Let's do this. Later on, he's like, I'm going to go back into town to get booze. Was he going to go back to get booze or something? I can't remember. And of course, his sister, Kathy, won't even open the door. She's too busy painting and being possessed by this spirit, painting left-handed. So he drives out. We don't see the accident, but turns out he, shockingly enough, drives his car off the road and is calling for backup on his CB. She never responds to him the whole time. Did you guys know that? You only hear him talking. No one ever talks back to him on that CB, which I don't know what we're doing there. He gets killed. Then he's trying to change his tire or do something on the side of the road when he wrecks his car and the samurai kills him. The couple that gets killed that we described in the waterbed. Then there's the group of like rednecks at the campfire, really fall down drunk, playing the harmonica.
3 of them, I think.
Yes.
3 of them. And they all get killed by the samurai. Are all of those kills Sarah? Are none of those kills Sarah? Is Sarah doesn't get possessed until she opens up?
I think maybe none of them are. I used to think they were, but I don't know.
Yeah. I had to rewind because at some point I was like, where the fuck is Sarah?
Is this like a Stephen King universe where it's just the spirit of this evil entity just embodies different humans, whatever vessel it can inhabit in that moment, and passes it down? Anyone with psychic
Stephen King universe?
Hey man, I'm doing the best I can catching up on the fucking Welcome to Derry. Are we doing Welcome to Derry or not? You've been flip-flopping on it.
I want to. I never said I didn't want to.
All right, that's our next. You heard it.
The finale is on tonight.
Oh, is it?
Is it tonight? Oh.
All right. Well, after we get done doing this, I'll refill the single malt whiskey and we'll go right into that. So you heard it here first.
Fill up this show talking about that, but I mean, they were going. I was kind of losing a little bit, but once they got Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise, they've done a really good job with him. So
yeah, I'm back in.
I will say,
did a good job with him being an evil clown. Like he's just like, it's fucking hilarious. Like. Yeah, he's great.
I will say it seemed like Kathy had some connection with this samurai.
Yeah,
she was like, "Don't take me."
Yes,
like,
you. I'm never going to give my kids to you. Something to that effect. And now we wrap that in with her reticence, her outright refusal early on when Gary is like, "Hey, shut up, Sled. We're spitballing here, right?" Which he's like, "I want to marry you." right? They're in the kitchen, and she's just like, no, like I already told you, no, I'm not doing that. What does she know?
Is she married to the samurai?
Like what is the, and we don't know. I mean, she got 2 grown kids. And is the baby
None of them
picture
are quite old enough to actually have been Vietnam veterans, even or not World War II veterans at that time?
They're
right?
not old.
They're all too old, even in 1983.
Is the baby picture a child of hers that died young? Like, what is that room that's uninhabited?
Picture is her.
Well, and I thought it was Sarah. I thought it was going to be some weird thing, like with some connection to Sarah. I was not picking up on the psychic connection.
Psychic maybe had a young child with them there.
I don't know.
Or the psychic.
I mean, I think the psychic part would be pretty easy to sort out, except for the samurai aspect makes it a little more complex.
And so why do the kids have the powers? At the end, they fight off the samurai. They kill Sarah Samurai Sarah's spirit. And then they just walk out. Just Dolly and her brother Ted are the only ones who make it through the night. They stroll out in the morning and just walk off into the off screen, and that's the end.
Dolly's still not wearing pants.
Dolly is not wearing pants the whole time, which is the only reason Joel watched the whole movie.
The only thing that works in this movie.
No, the other thing that works is Sarah showing her titties several times in the movie, which the first time when she's making out with Ted on the bed was unintentional. They popped out, and Zephiratos was like, "Can we leave this in?" And she was like, "Sure."
Because they filmed the sex scene first.
Yeah, and it didn't look. I think the lighting wasn't good or something. They didn't get.
You know what? I'm surprised they even filmed this on a camera and not and not just like on a video recorder.
Yeah, I mean, well, look,
it would have looked just about as good.
This had to be Daddy's money, right? I think.
Oh yeah.
You're right. So, and this guy was in Fabrice was like an art, like I there was some secondhand interview that I'd heard about or read about with him that it's like the only reason they're interviewing him because he'd only done Bloodbeat was to talk about this weird semi-cult following that Bloodbeat had established, and all he wanted to talk about was like art. Like he didn't want to talk about the film at all. So like, yeah, it would make sense that he's just like, oh, this is the thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to have some real equipment and some money behind it.
I think if they had, I really do, trying to fix this thing, right? Most of the charm would fall out of it. Right, like because a lot of the charm is like that. It is this weird.
WTF.
You got to fill in the blanks, Mad Lib of a surrealist film, right? Like, but if you were to try and fix it, I think you probably need 15-20 minutes of footage and then drop out the samurai, right? Like, and make it like a vendetta, but not, and maybe even a supernatural vendetta. But why is it a samurai?
I'm still going.
Yeah, there has to be some connection to the samurai. I don't like. It like why did the samurai choose Wisconsin?
Well,
it is interspersed with World War II footage against Japan. The Axis.
Fair enough. Okay, so I'll take that. Here's my point.
But how did the samurai get to Wisconsin?
In World War
II,
the samurai or the Japanese were not dressed or armed like samurai.
Their ancestors.
They were mentally clothed in their.
Thank you, Sled.
Armor.
See.
Now they happen to have a large population in Wisconsin.
Sled, I'm going to throw this your way because
no one in fucking Wisconsin, but
Sled, you said you'd never watch this again. I'm going to give you this information, and then I want you to either reaffirm that you'll never watch it again or say you'll consider it. Okay.
Hey, but I'm being forced into watching it again just to watch some stupid shit. Like not because I actually want to watch it.
No,
again, but sure.
You ready? No, you ready? No, you ready? I'm going to give it to you. There's a proposed remake for this movie, and the director that they want to do it is Panos Cosmatos.
Okay.
Who did the one scene from Cabinet of Curiosities that we covered, that Jazz picked, and he did Mandy with Nicolas Cage. Did you ever see that?
That's interesting.
This guy's a legitimate director, and he is very hallucinogenic in his own right, but in a much more refined, intelligent, coherent way, if that's possible.
Yeah, I would love to see a remake of this with more
into something really
to it.
Interesting.
If he did it,
I mean, the idea that they would do that, it feels it's like almost like making Marvel movies. Like you could probably have that guy make a real like movie that's good instead of redoing this hunk of shit.
Hey, plenty of people see Marvel movies. You assholes love Marvel movies.
No,
you
I'm
Jazz
just saying, like,
well, this is
really a creative person
This is my dream. This is my penny, and I'm taking it back.
Taking it back. I'm taking them all.
I'm taking them all back.
They would just be redoing this movie because it already has a financial success type, or it has a cult following. So remake it.
Hell yeah! God damn! If they remade this, man, I'm gonna watch this over and over again.
I would, just because I
do you know what they
Mandy
should?
A lot.
I mean, I guess I would give a rewatch if he remade it. I might watch. I still might think they should make something else.
I think the problem is you don't take enough cold medicine. I think that's the problem. If you would just take some cold
medicine at all.
I know it's a goddamn problem.
Now that would have been interesting. What if I
don't even get the cold
bunch of cold medicine and then done one Red Bull right before I passed
shotgun a Red Bull? Yeah.
Talk about Bloodbeat.
You'd feel the Bloodbeat. You would get it at that point. All right, I think we've probably torn this thing up as best we can. Did we miss anything? There's so much weird shit happening. It's such a for me. It's such a. It's because
I know where the music comes from, because there's definitely songs in there that I recognize from other stuff that I was. It was
very violin heavy, like.
Yeah.
No, I mean it legit reminded me of Conan the Barbarian. I was trying to Google if there was songs on it that were like
it's
overlapped.
The same time period. Wasn't Conan right around 1982?
Yeah, Conan,
early 80s. Yeah,
it was 82 maybe.
Yeah.
Did you see what they did? We didn't talk about the practical effects at all. It wasn't super bloody. They did what they could do. But did you see when Kathy gets killed at the end by the samurai and her face instantly turns into oatmeal? Like, what the fuck happened?
It's
like, why did she?
Why signify something? Her connection to the samurai?
I don't know. I don't know.
That was just thrown in there.
Everyone died in the fucking strangest way possible, man.
I will say the body count in this film is not that bad. It's
respectable.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's like nine folks.
Yeah, everyone eats it except Ted and Dolly, who I assume they're going to get married as sister and brother by the end of it.
It seemed a little bit like.
Yeah. Well, they were hiding in the closet together and they refused to leave. So I don't know if that was symbolic for anything, but
I don't know.
I actually found myself talking to Dolly in that scene, like, shh, it's okay, quiet.
Just keep it down. She turned into what's her face from Texas Chainsaw. She wouldn't stop screaming at the whole last 10 minutes of the movie.
Well.
Anyways, Merry Christmas to all the listeners out there. This was your Christmas special. God, I did see there was. I don't want to lock us in a year in advance. We might all be dead and in hell by then. But what was the? I did pick out
colonies.
We won't be allowed to have podcast. We'll have state-sponsored podcasts at that point. There's something called Dead End. Have you guys heard of this movie? Came out in 2003.
What's that?
Christmas movie.
I sent it on the group chat.
You sent Dead End?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I looked it up. We should do that for Christmas next year. That looks like a legitimately good movie.
Yeah.
And I like the premise a lot. And I don't want to lock us in. I did. You know what I resaw before we jump? We're talking Christmas stuff here.
Yeah. How was it?
I saw. So we did last year's Christmas. Obviously, we did Black Christmas and paired it with Silent Night, Deadly Night. The remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night just came out a couple days ago. So I went and saw it in the theaters like a fucking loser by myself and 4 other people. One of them was absolutely an unhoused person, and the other one definitely had COVID. And so I sat like way in the back by myself. There was money behind this. There were real actors and real production values behind this. And it was a wild departure from the original to the point where I got mad enough to where I don't like that they were able to use that title. Now there's a difference between doing,
was it not shitty enough, or was it like
Sled? It was trying to be good, and it had money to be good. But the decisions this guy made, it did not the plot beats. It was its entirely different fucking thing. It was an entirely different fucking thing. And actually, Sled, you might like it because it did embrace this. It took a wild turn, which was like, oh, this explains everything.
I don't like a lot, so
I know. I think it's worth a watch so we can destroy it, but I don't know how if we can compare it to the original since we already did the original. I guess we could revisit it and compare them. It's a full length ep for sure, but I was pissed. I've intentionally not read or listened to any reviews of it because I don't want to taint my own view yet before I can like settle in with my thoughts, but I was really pissed going to see that. It was a waste. I never watched movies in the theaters, and I was like, fuck this. It wasn't.
I still got to go see The Shining's only showing for a couple more days on IMAX. I got to try and go see that. Shining is the movie.
I actually really want to go see that too.
Well, wait, what did they have in theaters now that's going not horror? It's that they're putting out the Kill Bills together as one single film.
That went and saw
that was at the Hollywood Theater.
Yeah.
Is that worth? Did you hear it was worth it, Joel? Or
I heard it was great. Like they run them contiguous, like it's back to back.
They meld them together.
It has
a
deleted scene and a 15-minute intermission.
Well, my question for you, because if I recall when that first came out, I remember reading that Tarantino's original idea and that he filmed was a single film.
Yep.
And then they said, there's no way we're going to be able to play, a 3.5 hour movie in the theaters. You got to split this up.
That's 4.5, I think.
Right. So my question is, are we seeing the original idea that he had, or are they just playing 1 and 2 back to back? Because that would be stupid.
My understanding is it is at least very close to the original idea because it has a scene that was removed. I didn't see it. So
I hope it's one coherent. I hope it's his original vision.
That's what I believe it was shot on 70 millimeter too, right? Like, so that's also pretty cool because like it's gonna look spectacular. So I heard that was really, really good.
All right. Well, I guess we got to get out of here. Sled, did you guys do did you and Lisa do the first night of Hanukkah tonight? Did you light the menorah?
Yeah, man, it's on fire.
If it's on fire. Do you make wishes? We lit ours tonight. Everyone makes a wish. Do you guys do that?
I wish every day.
You motherfucker. Thanks once again for joining us. Yeah, it's out. Of course it's out. Yeah, they burn down. That's what they do. Did you open presents?
No.
Were you there? Did Lisa even invite you to the fucking menorah tonight? What happened? Were you were you mystically boinging? What was happening?
I can even show you I can see the two menorahs. We got 2 menorahs.
We had Dre fried up a bunch of latkes, man. We hammered those.
And we did that latke party last year.
Yeah. Oh, we'll do more when you come. Yeah, we'll do more. Yeah. We'll fry up a bunch. I got a big griddle now. I
bought a bunch of potatoes and onions.
Yep.
Got to go get some. They had shitty applesauce. I thought about making homemade applesauce, but Lisa hated it.
Sled will surprise you as like his culinary interests and abilities sometimes. Just like, and then other times he's like, pull over. I'm going to buy a 2-pound block of cheese and eat it with my hands. Like I've seen him do it.
Well, I cook a lot, but yeah, I mean, it's good cheese though. It's blue cheese.
It's
it's not like a 2-pound block of American cheese. We're like, let's get a block of Velveeta. Yummy.
Oh.
Oh my God. Can you imagine how bad you'd shit yourself if you ate a fucking block of Velveeta?
I can imagine. I make a living out of shitting myself, so it's not Joel can attest to that. All right, guys, thanks once again for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the discussion, as disparate and disjointed as it was.
We didn't
super
rate
fun.
This movie. We didn't
all right. Let's do it. And we don't do cleavers for this. We're doing
machetes.
We do cleavers for this.
Yeah,
we're doing machetes for the prime. All right.
Oh yeah, machetes.
I want to lead off. Okay. Scale 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. I rated this, and this is the first time ever, Joel, if you're doing your aggregate for this, a 7. I gave it a 7. What? Yeah, that's right. I broke the scale, and and there's no decimals for this one. I gave it a 7. That's how much I like this movie. I think this guy. I mean, the fact that they're entertaining Panos Cosmatos, this fucking postmodern hipster bullshit director who everyone loves, and they're like, you're the only one who could do this justice. Just tells me that Fabrice Ange Zeffiratos was fucking light years ahead of his time.
Did he also do Color Out of Space too? Was that the Lovecraft one with Nicolas Cage? I'll double check. But
yeah, I don't know. All right, Jeannie, what did you give it?
Man, this is tough because I feel like I use a different scale every time I give a rating.
Yeah, you just make it up.
Yeah.
How many samurai swords did you give it? How many glasses of Tang did you give it?
I'm gonna give it. I want to say 3.8.
Ooh,
because I'm still thinking about it, right?
Yeah,
like, you know, when you
buddy.
like watch stuff, like I ran up to Target after I watched it, and it was still kind of stuck in my brain a little bit.
Yeah, I love this fucking movie. Joel,
like a worm.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 3.2. I enjoyed it. It's better than average because at least the guy was trying to do something, right? But like it was unsuccessful a lot of the way. Like, but a lot of what I would ding it for is the technical stuff. Like, the sound is atrocious, right?
Yeah,
like,
the soundboard is awful. It sucks.
The music is good, but it's played too loud, right? Like like it's all that kind of stuff really hurts it. And then take that and also put in I put a samurai suit in it just because I wanted the samurai suit. All right, that's pretty weird, but it's still compelling. Like, I do find it interesting. I do think people should watch it, especially if they like surreal stuff.
Red Baron, what do you think?
It's 0.1 stars.
Is that his lowest, Joel? Joel, check the spreadsheet. That might be his lowest
I'll have to
rating.
go check it. Yeah.
No,
you rated.
No, this movie's a piece of shit. I would encourage anybody who hasn't seen it not to see it. Save your time. See something.
If you like samurais.
Yeah, I mean, if you got nothing going on and you want to put it on the background while you and be like, and just be like, what the fuck is going on? Oh my god! Like when you're like, yeah, if you want to do
like
that,
a perfect dive bar movie.
I love this movie.
Like it would be playing in a dive bar.
So Sled, so we're doing our next Prime Cuts. We're gonna do Welcome to Derry. We could do the whole series and just riff on it. We do the whole series. We could, whatever
episode.
The whole
series. I mean, it was like, I don't know.
Talk about it holistically.
It'll be more
okay.
coherent.
All right.
I mean, I could talk about that a lot just because I don't know if y'all are big Stephen King people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not, Sled. I'm open to learn.
I've read almost everything Stephen King's written.
Same.
I mean,
I read The Stand and the short stories, The Graveyard Shift. That's all I ever read.
The only stuff I haven't read is like some of the most recent stuff, just because I'm a cheap fuck. And I don't go out and buy books right when they come out, but otherwise I'm pretty up to speed on almost everything.
And we're still doing, before the New Year's, if anyone's still listening to us rambling, we're going to try and get out the Choppies, our year-end awards for everyone here and all the different movies and shorts that we've covered in the last year. And also, we're looking forward to covering Chopping Up Prince of Darkness and having a special guest on who was in that movie. Which we'll flesh out the timeline for that as soon as we get a chance. But thanks once again for listening to Chopping It Up Prime Cuts special ep for you, Christmas ep, holiday ep. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and we'll talk to you on the other side. So thanks for listening on Chopping It Up.